Gang, 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 grrr, bow. You already know. It's your boy, Big 38, Go Hawkin. You already know the vibes. This is me. We got a guest. I'm one of your hosts, Myles Hartsfield. Let's get to it.
And it is MC4, a.k.a. Coach Carey, a.k.a. Mr. Dap himself up.
Dap him up.
And today's guest is a dear friend of mine, someone I coached, the youngest head coach in New Jersey high school football right now.
Stamp it.
Malachi Timberlake.
Woo!
Off season.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder during the off season.
Let's work. Appreciate you coming off for real. This is big for me.
Jersey.
You know, just to have one of my former players seeing what they're doing in their life, creating their own kind of like their journey. You know, you're the youngest high school head coach in New Jersey right now.
I might be the youngest high school head coach in the country.
In the country. In the country. Okay.
Hey, and where's he from?
Jersey.
No vibes, baby.
Yo, but we really do appreciate you coming on. So kind of, start it off. Who is Malachi Timberlake, and where you from? What's your story? Like, talk to us. Let the people know.
So my name is Malachi Timberlake. I grew up in Sicklerville, New Jersey. Born in Summers Point. Played Little League in Sicklerville, New Jersey. Went to Winslow High School my first 2 years of high school. Things didn't work out the way everybody planned, so I ended up transferred to Cedar Creek High School. Had a crazy experience at Cedar Creek.
Cedar Creek, pretty nice at football down there.
Absolutely. You want to say what? 3 state championships?
Oh,
in 10 years, the school's been open.
Wow.
So I mean, in the number
smoked y'all.
And the
just letting you know, I would have had 500 yards on Cedar Creek. Kizzy.
I don't know, bro.
Keep talking. Okay.
Listen, we got who? Hold on, let me see. We got Amir Mitchell, 2016, number one wide receiver in the state. We got Bo Melton by the end of the draft. Probably gonna get picked up in the first 4 rounds.
Definitely. Dog.
His little brother coming up.
Dog.
Malachi, you feel me?
It's the name, I guess.
Absolutely. AKA Max Melton, starting corner at Rutgers. He's gonna be a name you're gonna be hearing in the next few years. So we definitely be producing in South Jersey, man. I know y'all central.
Yeah, we central.
At least you said central.
Thank you for saying central.
Appreciate it.
People.
Appreciate it.
The people up in North Jersey pretend like Central Jersey doesn't exist. Like apparently, once you cross the bridge, which is where we're at, right over the bridge, we're just automatically South Jersey, and that's not the case.
It's not the case.
We are Central Jersey, so we do appreciate that because
bro. We're not gonna claim y'all.
I wouldn't want to be claimed by South Jersey.
We don't want to claim South Jersey. It's Central at the top. And then North and South could battle for 2 and 3.
Yeah, facts.
That's a fact.
Central
Yo,
Jersey.
I'm not gonna lie. I was watching Greg Schiano. He had an interview at Rumble to Raritan.
Okay.
He said it's 79 high schools in South Jersey. And it's like 256, 254 in North.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know if they was including y'all.
I was gonna say, did he not include Central?
We're probably included more in football wise.
The 256.
I would say to the South.
To the South?
Because if you think of North-South game, we play in the South.
But now, with the GMC, the Middlesex County Conference, we've now actually combined with the big
North,
the
right?
Central. It's like a big North Conference.
Yeah,
so like the Bridgewater.
Well, in the playoffs, when you think about it, it's Central versus South at Rutgers.
Yeah.
And then this year they're at
Does Central always win?
No.
Oh, I was just
They be getting smoked.
Wow.
Where's Somerville at?
Somerville's in the new Big Central Conference, so
I'm not gonna lie.
they are nice.
We played on week 2. We did them dirty.
Did you?
28-0.
Yeah, but the way y'all had a nice.
Y'all be recruiting down there?
No,
Be honest.
bro.
It's cool, bro. I won't tell nobody.
Nah, bro. We don't really recruiting, bro.
It's okay. I know you got kids. I know you got kids coming from like, Edgewater, or you got kids coming from everywhere. Like talking about. Yo, I'm about to come from all the way up north. I'm about to play for you, coach. I just want to play for you. You a good dude.
That's not the case?
That's not the case, bro. We
Y'all
literally
straight out the mud, from the town.
out the mud.
Boom.
Listen, Coach Watson really built the program from the ground up.
Shouts out to Coach Watson, man.
Absolutely. And my dog, Coach Melody, he's actually a Union guy.
Okay.
Offensive coordinator at Union. He came over last 2 years. That's cool. First year he struggled a little bit because of COVID, and then this year he took off.
Took it off.
13-0.
Wow.
Number 2 public school in the state, right behind Bergen Catholic.
This is Timber Creek?
This is Cedar Creek.
Cedar Creek.
Yeah, we're not going to
He said, don't disrespect me, yo. He said, yo, this your podcast, but don't disrespect me on here,
I said this earlier. I said, I always get confused with the Timber and the Cedar. Are they close to each other?
We're about
South Jersey to me.
We're about 35 minutes away from each other.
So
Okay.
what is it? It's like Timber Creek, Cedar Grove.
All South Jersey.
Cedar Grove up north.
That's up north. That's
Yeah.
not even close.
We played Cedar Grove my senior year, actually.
Okay.
It was like an hour and a half, 45-minute drive.
Well, honestly, I don't know where nothing is but Central Jersey and
Yeah.
a little bit of North Jersey.
I'm the
South
same
Jersey,
way. Like, South Jersey's like a
I ain't gonna lie to you.
different state to me.
When I think about South Jersey, I think about Alabama.
Wow.
It's mad land. Like it's just mad land. Like
Mad land, bro.
mad land, open space
Pinelands.
farms. Like
We do got some country areas.
yeah, like you.
It's definitely you got
Especially-
state
I'm saying,
troopers
like-
as your police in towns.
Yeah, y'all
and
even got
stuff
big
down
enough
there. We don't
cities to
got
have
that
a
up here.
police
Right,
station.
you're right.
It's
You're right.
you know it's like East Bumbleblank.
Shouts out to my man Dion. My man Dion might come and be one of y'all cops one day. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yo, but let's get back into your story.
So,
right?
boom.
So Timber Creek.
no, Cedar Creek, Cedar Creek.
Damn, I keep doing that.
Cedar Creek,
Transferred to
stop playing.
Cedar Creek.
Junior, week 4 in the junior year. So I was actually
Okay.
at Winslow High the first 2 weeks of my junior year.
Okay.
Didn't play a snap of football
Wow.
as a junior. No special teams, no nothing.
They wouldn't put you in, or you just wasn't on. the
Nah,
team?
they wouldn't put me in.
Oh, they wasn't messing with
They
you.
was doing me dirty. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie.
Wow.
Transferred to Cedar Creek week 3 during a bye week. Tried to make a name for myself a little bit. First game was a rivalry game against Oakcrest, so I didn't play that much. They put me on special teams.
Okay.
Following week, I think we played like Lower Cape May or something. They put me in the third play to drive. Pick
Ooh.
junior year, so it was like crazy.
Stop playing with.
So you did you have to sit out at all when you
Nah, I had to
transferred?
sit out because I wasn't playing. So
Okay.
boom, that week went on. We playing Middle Township. It was a scrub team, but like I wasn't used to playing, so I'm trying to take
Yeah.
advantage of it. He put me in the third quarter because I'm still getting used to it.
Yep.
Third play to drive, pick 6.
Ooh.
like that.
So I'm trying it was just so new to me because I'm like, my whole life I was that guy on the football field.
Yeah.
And then my first 3 years of high school, not going away as
To not
planned,
be that guy.
it was like, so I kind of had to like rejuvenate myself.
Absolutely.
And find myself again. And then week after that, we started playing Pleasantville,
Okay.
the high school that I'm coaching at now.
Okay.
And I rolled my ankle, so my junior year is done.
Oh goodness.
It was like the second to last game or the last game of the season, but my junior year is done.
Mm-hmm.
And then that off season, I just started going crazy.
Just getting ready.
It was the first time I actually was in a real football weight room program.
Yeah.
Okay.
Learning how to lift. I never knew how to lift.
Right.
Didn't know how to squat. So I'm starting from the ground up.
Okay.
I started playing 7-on-7 with Next Level Greats NLG. Number 1 7-on-7 team in the country.
Humble brag. Humble brag.
South Jersey.
Humble brag.
Shout out to my guy, Coach Marcus. That's
There he
really
is.
and Coach Press and Coach B. Those are my guys.
Okay.
Man. They really showed me the way.
They helped you out in your development.
Absolutely. Like they took me on my first college visit, University of South Carolina.
Okay.
Junior year, I never experiencing that, being inside the locker rooms, throwing the jersey on.
That John be like, yo, I gotta get.
It kind of gives you a little itch, like, yo, I want.
Absolutely, for me, our quarterback committed to University of South Carolina. His name is Brandon McElwain.
Okay.
Played quarterback. So I'm looking at him like, yo, he really going to South Carolina,
Yeah.
and I'm playing with him. So it's like it's not
impossible.
Yeah. So then I just started soaking everything in. I ended up going to University of Kentucky, University of Louisville,
Visiting all these schools.
all of them. Rutgers, Penn State. I went to Penn State spring game that year, sold out,
Wow.
and it was
This different.
This
Big Ten football
this
is
2015.
2015, bro.
Yeah,
On the timeline, everything. Yeah, things was jumping.
like that.
They had a couple South Jersey guys on the roster too.
Like that.
My boy, they had B. Bell at start, Mike linebacker,
Yo.
Brandon Bell.
Yep.
Who else? Irvin Charles was at wide receiver. Jawan Johnson
was at wide receiver.
Yep. South Jersey.
Jersey, that 2015 class for Penn State
special.
was crazy.
It was
New Jersey.
special, bro.
New Jersey was everywhere over there.
It was crazy.
It was definitely special, bro.
So after all those visits, kind of like going into senior year, you had this.
The confidence.
The confidence was there. It's back because you had it going into high school, and then you kind of lost it with that situation at Winslow, and then transferring.
Absolutely.
So senior year, you come in with all this confidence. How does that go for you?
It went well. It went really well. I started dominating the game, and in a way that, because I always was an offensive guy growing up.
Oh, really?
So that offseason, I tried to change my mentality because it was like, listen, I'm not that big.
Yeah.
Defense where the money at. So
Hey.
That whole offseason, I was training as a defensive back. I went to camps as a defensive back.
Money.
So first game, I had probably like 11 tackles, pick.
Oof.
Then second game, we went crazy. Won like 45-0. We started blowing guys out.
Okay.
Went on. I didn't play offense. So this is the crazy story. I'm gonna backtrack. So I'm trying to play offense, right? I'm coming off an injury during late camp.
Yeah.
So my coach tried to use the excuse like we were trying to work you in. To this day, I don't think that was the case though. That's my guy. I'm gonna let him rock.
You a coach now, so you know what they were really
Absolutely,
saying in there.
You're looking at it from like you're looking back on some stories like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like
I was just trying to make me feel good on the inside.
I honestly think Coach Watson was being stingy.
Okay.
He didn't want me playing both sides.
Respectfully.
He wanted me strictly for defense. But for me, I'm like, nah, I'm trying to get the rock.
Right.
All my guys is Bo, Mir, they all snapping on offense.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I need a little piece of that.
Yeah.
Of course.
You feel me?
Of course.
But I said something. The offensive coordinator kind of like, I think he was trying to please some guys on the roster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The chemistry was going well.
Yep.
He didn't want to break that. But I'm like, Coach, like what's the deal? Like, I'm not.
I could do that.
Yeah,
I could do that. Like whatever you need, I could do that.
I'm him, bro.
I'm him. Like stop,
Bro,
I'm him.
that's how my mentality was. So it got to a point where I just didn't want to play offense. He wouldn't play me. He tried to put me in like third quarter.
And at that point, you were like, nah, I'm good.
No, I don't want to play. Like I'm trying to play early.
Like, nah, I'm not getting scrubbed.
Yeah,
minutes.
little-
You trying to give me the scrub minutes? All right, I'm gonna see about you when we get out of here.
So, bro, I'm like, nah, forget that. I don't want to play. So it getting to a point. We playing semifinals. Game to go to States. Hattonfield. I'm practicing with the ones all week. My boy was hurt. Now this is my boy.
Yeah.
My boy was hurt. And then during the walkthrough, day before the game, I'm not with the ones.
You with the twos?
I'm getting rotated in.
Whoa.
I'm like all week I'm running with the ones. So like,
Yeah.
so now we don't got to practice to play. That's how I was coming at the time.
You know what happened? You know what happened. Look, he went to coach. Like, coach, I know my man's in there, doing his thing in practice, but coach, let's be real now.
This is my spot.
It's my spot.
And I don't blame you.
You know what happened in there? The coach is probably like, yeah, nah, y'all do it. I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to
Gonna
everybody.
rotate y'all, this and that. So boom, day before the game, walkthrough. I told him like straight up, and this is a moment that I look back. It really changed who I am right now. I told him I don't need to play on your offense. I'm gonna make plays regardless. I take the wristband off
Ooh.
and I throw it at him.
Oh.
I said I threw it at him.
I tossed it.
Dropped the mic and said, I'm out of here.
So like for me, my head coach didn't know. So they're
This is
all
the day before the game.
no. This is a couple hours before the game.
Oh my goodness. This is
He say,
This is
after
pre-game walkthrough.
yeah.
Pre-game walkthrough,
Right before,
okay.
like after like
Before you,
meal.
Yeah.
before you hit the field and all
No,
that.
before we get on the bus.
Oh.
We still at the school.
okay.
So I'm hot, bro. I'm hot. I'm furious. So the whole game. So my boy Mir, he was number one receiver in the state at the
Yep.
time. He was playing with a rolled ankle. So like I remember it was like third quarter. We down 12-6. He get a hitch route and he tried to make a move and he gets rolled up. And like it took him mad long to get off the ground.
Yeah.
So they yelling like I need a receiver and he looking to the sideline and I'm looking at him like,
Don't you do it.
and he just gets up and walks back into the huddle. So I felt like a jerk, man.
Like you could have had an opportunity.
Absolutely. And like me as a coach now, it's like I was selfish.
How would you act if a player did that to you? Yo, they took your. A player takes the wristband off and
he's
throws
not
it at
playing.
you.
He's not-
Exactly.
Throws it at your offensive coordinator.
Bro, he's not playing. Bro.
Exactly.
He's
So,
done.
but I'm glad that
Are
you learned
kicking
that
him off
though.
the field, or you like go sit on the bench.
He's not playing that game. I'll tell you that right
Even
now.
if he like that.
Not even if he's like that. I don't
If
care.
he's him, like he's your best player, like coach.
If
like,
he was me, I'm not playing. Me now, I'm not playing the younger me. If
I'm so happy that you learned from that mistake.
It was a moment. But it's a moment that. So this is the irony of it. This is the game before the States. So we end up winning that game 14-12. 2 weeks later, we're playing in the States. We down 21-0. 21-0 in third quarter.
Who y'all playing?
West Defford.
Okay.
There was a perennial powerhouse, old school wing tee.
Wing
2
T
years.
team, man.
Yeah, it's a headache, bro. So we start.
We know.
We know.
We ran it in high school.
Come on now.
It's crazy. I was telling him about how we playing a wing team this year. He was like, "Yo, follow the guards."
Follow the guards.
All the guards. That's
Bro,
it.
It's literally all you gotta do. Follow the guards.
That's
You
it.
tell somebody getting the back hip of that guard, it's over with.
Over.
Manalapan had our number because that's all they did.
It's true. They blitz A gap.
That's all he did.
So when we start storming back, bro, we down 27-21.
It's getting ugly.
Minute 45 left in the game. They throw me in. I get a hitch route. Made 2 guys miss. Take that thing like 45, 50 yards. Sealed the game. Game winner. But a week before, I tossed my regulars to my-
Did you ever apologize to him?
Absolutely. That's my
Okay,
guy. He at
okay.
Del Val now. He's the offensive coordinator now at Del Val.
Okay, Devil University.
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice.
My boy, Coach Isgirl.
That's what's
Shout out
up.
to Coach Iz. I appreciate you, my guy.
Yeah, and he's sorry.
Lucky he ain't tell head coach.
But he did. I found out.
Oh.
I found out the week Thanksgiving game that the following week
Before the state championship.
before the state championship. So you know you got the semifinals.
You got that week off.
You got that
Thanksgiving.
midweek Thanksgiving, then the
Yep.
following week. So he takes me in and he's like, what's the deal? I'm here. You disrespecting my coach, my OC. If I would have found out day before if I would have found out right when that happened, you wouldn't have been playing. This and that. Like, how dare you? And I kind of felt bad because like my head coach was a guy that still is to this day. I look up to him like he was always that father figure to all of us.
Yeah.
So like I never wanted to disappoint him.
You was just in the moment.
I was in the moment, and it was like when he said that to me, it was like, dang, I let my coach down. Like I gotta make up for this. So like the following week, Thanksgiving game, I started getting more offensive reps.
Okay.
Taking that role, like all right, if I'm rotating in, then it doesn't matter.
It is what it is.
And I just took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
So like the irony of that was crazy for me to end up scoring a game-winning touchdown
Definitely.
of my senior year. Like, it was the last play, really, of my senior year.
Wow. That's some story though. I mean, just the fact that you did that, you're young and dumb and you make mistakes. You learn from it and you learn from it quickly, and then you come back the next week and you do what you gotta do.
No, absolutely.
Humbling experience.
I think that's also like a testament to where like the coaches knew who you were. So they knew that moment wasn't defined.
That's not gonna define who
You know what I'm
Malachi
saying?
Timberlake is.
They were like, oh, he having a moment. Because some coaches could have, that coach could have reacted like, oh, word? You want to throw this at me? Boom.
And you're done for this. Like sometimes
rest
when
of
you
the
do that,
season.
coaches are like, "Yo, you're done. Like I don't want to see you. You ain't
Right.
gonna play.
Right.
It's
That's who
November.
you are.
November ball in the state of New Jersey, like
That's everything.
It's crunch time.
Of course, it's win or go home in November,
Absolutely.
right? So there you go. So now senior year happens.
Senior years, I went crazy senior year. I started getting schools coming in. And what hurt me was my grades. The first 3 years of high school when I was at Winslow High and not getting my way, I was hanging around the wrong kids,
Okay.
wrong influence, influence on me. And the things that I was doing wasn't priority. And the things that I should have been doing. So like my schoolwork was in jeopardy.
You're suffering.
So it came to haunt me 4 years later. And
Always
I
does.
tell guys now that might be the worst feeling ever when a college coach, especially at the Division I level, comes in to offer you
And they can't.
and they can't. It has nothing to do with your athletic ability.
Nothing to do.
It's all about that off the field stuff because you're a student athlete first.
Control what you could control.
And it starts early, like you said. You messed up early in high school, and it came back to haunt you 4 years later. And I, as a previous high school coach, I would try and really press my players, the young ones, like, yo, freshman, sophomore year, when it matters. Junior year is the most important year academically in high school, and work your behind off for those first 3 years. So come senior year, then it's like more of a coast.
Chilling.
You could coast senior year, and then when those schools come in and those offers start coming, now there's no problem.
And that's how it should be. So I tried to go the prep school route. Things didn't work out. So like for me, I was just like, listen, I'm trying to play ball. I still had Division I dreams. Like I wasn't settling for no Division II, Division III at the time, even though there's nothing wrong with Division II or Division III ball.
Absolutely.
So I ended up going cross country to City College, San Francisco.
Cali JUCO.
17.
Isn't that where, what was it? Damn, Didn't they have what's the football show called?
Last Chance U.
Last Chance U. Wasn't
No,
it-
they
wasn't
had it
shot
at their
in-
rival,
at
The rival.
Laney.
Laney.
Laney's their rival. They're both in San
Okay, so
Francisco.
So it's crazy.
Got you.
Laney was my first collegiate football game
Really?
in Oakland.
Was that the
on a
year they
Friday
were
night.
shooting?
No, Last
So?
Chance
No, no,
U.
no, no,
No, that was
Okay.
years later.
Couple
Okay,
years
got you,
later.
got you,
Years later. But Laney was my first collegiate game. Friday
Wow.
night in Oakland.
Dang,
You
that's
gotta
crazy.
think about it. I flew out. So graduation was like June 10th.
Mm-hmm.
It was on a Monday. That Friday, I was in California.
Just
Friday.
like that.
Just
Quick.
like that.
Starting classes?
Dang.
I wasn't starting classes. I started workouts though.
Okay.
And I'm 17 at the time.
Yeah.
My birthday's late. So you think
August babies. You know the vibe.
What's the living situation
gang.
out there? You fly out there on a these guys.
Yes, sir.
You fly out there on a Friday at 17 years old, and you know, for anyone that doesn't know, the California JUCO system is crazy because there's no dorms. So you have to, like, you know, there's stories of people living in pods. There's stories of people living in their cars. You know, so what was the situation like for you flying out there at 17 years old?
All the way from Jersey.
Bro, it's crazy because I didn't even know what the living situation looked like.
They just
All I
told
know
you,
is I
you know?
had a football dream and I was going to chase it by any means. Like
Yeah.
I didn't care what the circumstances were. So I fly out there Friday night. My boys to this day, the people that pick me up, I'm like this with them. Shout out to my boy Teese. Shout out to my boy Vale.
Okay.
Yeah. Tease.
Matisse, my
Yeah,
boy
yeah.
from Colorado, Denver guy.
Okay.
My boy Vale from the DMV. He doing his thing with the AIM quarterback coach
Okay.
down in the Virginia area. So shout out to him.
Yep.
So they picked me up Friday night, and we drive back to the house that we was living in, and boy was it bad.
Ooh.
I bet. The
talking-
slums.
8 bedrooms,
Slumps.
1 bathroom.
Ooh.
8 bedrooms, 1 bath. How many people living in the house?
2 people to the room. Each
2
room.
people each room, so 16 dudes. Football players.
What was it? No. So I had a roommate. Vale and Teese was a roommate. So that's 4. We had 2 in the other room. That's 6. So
6.
we had 7 guys.
7 guys.
One bathroom.
One bathroom.
Like one shower, one toilet.
Yes.
That had to be nasty.
It gets worse later on down the story, though. I'm gonna tell you, ASA was worse though.
Facts.
So look.
Y'all wouldn't have lasted a day at East Coast Prep.
That's fine. We ain't talking about that.
Listen, bro. I remember when I get there, right? It's late. I'm tired. I had a layover in Arizona. Mm-hmm. So I make my bed and stuff. My boy, my roommate is from Hawaii.
Okay.
Real genuine, down to earth dude. Still like one of my best friends. My best roommates I done had. You know,
Okay.
roommates is hard to come by.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hard to live.
Mm-hmm.
My boy Uwe.
Ah.
He was cool, man. He was cool. He's laid back, chilling. So I get there. He introduced himself. You feel me? I make my bed, but I'm sitting there laying down. No TV, no nothing.
17.
Bro, it's like dust webs all in the corners.
Nah.
So I'm sitting there. I text my mom like, Ma, I don't know how long I could do it. She's like, you just got there. What does it look like? Send me pictures. But I'm like, nah. Like,
Because if you'd have sent the pictures, mom would
She
have
would've been
got
like-
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I had to thug it out, bro. And like, I woke up the next day and was just like, I just had to embrace it. Like, right across the street was a shopping center.
Okay.
So I started walking around trying to get to know things, and then I started working out right away with the team, and it was dope. You feel me? Like San Francisco is different cultures out there.
Yeah.
You got Black, Latino, you got Polynesian, Tongan,
Yeah.
all types of people. So it was a great dope experience. I came out there and set the tone early. My DB coach was from Jersey.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah, she's
okay.
from Asbury Park.
So that kind of made you feel probably a little more
Absolutely, it was
comfortable.
one of the
having-
reasons why I went out there.
Okay.
I found out he was from Jersey. He left Asbury Park from Jersey, went to City College of San Francisco.
Okay.
Was a JUCO product.
Okay.
Played safety. I played safety at the time.
So everything kind of just was like falling
and
into
he was a
place.
big time recruit out of City College too.
Okay.
Like his name's Stan. He played at University of Kansas State.
Okay.
So when I learned out everything that I learned from him my freshman year is crazy because it made me who the DB I am now. And
Yeah.
as a coach now, like I still do the things that he taught me. He kind of like set the foundation, and it was unbelievable ball. Like West Coast guys, receivers is fast,
Yeah.
crazy route running.
That's what they do out there. They throw the football.
They route running.
That's all they do.
They route
all
running
they do.
is crazy,
Gun
bro.
shooters.
So like, I was getting adjusted, but I'm balling in camp. First day of camp pads, I'm making plays. I probably had like 2 picks. They going crazy. They like, yo, this
feeling
kid
good.
Jersey tough. Mm-hmm. But for me, honestly, physically, I wasn't ready to withstand that. So I had a good day at practice. But the next day, I was hurting.
Ooh. And you gotta, in camp and stuff, you gotta stack good days.
Gotta stack the days. One day don't matter. Mm-hmm. I try to tell my guys now, like, y'all hypo, what y'all did yesterday.
It's over.
It's over with.
Yeah.
They graded. Boom. Kudos to you. Now it's on to the next.
To the next one.
So like for me, that's one of the things that I struggled with freshman year is being consistent, stacking days. So I was banged up, man, and the kid that I was battling with ended up getting a nod on me the first game against Laney. So he ended up starting. And we also had a bounce back from Sacramento State.
Okay.
My boy Joey Banks, shout out to Joey. That's like big bro to me. You feel me? I learned a lot from him just watching him because he handled himself like
a professional.
Absolutely, bro.
He was there for business. He knew what he was there
strictly
for.
business.
He was already somewhere else. He knew what he had to do to get out.
Absolutely. And I knew he was coming back. So it was really me. So like the whole 3 months, the whole summer, I was
battling for the other spot.
Yeah. So me and the other freshman was playing together.
Right.
But whoever outperformed each other was going to end up getting a nod when
he
boy
came back.
Right.
Okay.
So like he ended up getting a nod over me. I felt some type of way. I felt as though I did enough to play still. Like even though I'm being honest with myself, evaluating myself. Mm-hmm. So he ended up getting a nod on me, right? So boom, Joey comes back like 3 weeks before the first game. Joey playing. Boom. He tears his ACL second quarter.
Of the Laney game.
Of the Laney game. So like they throw me in there.
So now you're in.
So it's crazy how it happened, but the week before, I'm still a young freshman coming out of high school.
Yep.
I didn't have a good week at practice. I'm moping around,
mad because you're not playing.
Yeah, like he got the nod on me, so I'm hot. Like I'm thinking about gray shirting. I'm like, yo, I might as well just gray shirt. Like I'm not trying to waste no time. So my mental wasn't there. I played horrible
because you weren't mentally focused in
People
practice.
think it's just physical. That
bro,
mental played too much into the game.
Bro, I played horrible, bro, and like it was there for me. He got hurt. It's like, all right, boom, it's your time.
Opportunity.
Bro, I played horrible, bro. It got so bad. I had a horrible game. The DB coach ended up moving a corner to safety, moving another corner in. Oof. And it was like, wow, like.
And just like that, it happened.
Just
blink of
like
a second.
that. And like, I try to tell my guys this now. There's always somebody that's going to be ready to replace you.
Always.
You know, in your A game.
Always.
Especially at that JUCO level, because at JUCO,
so many guys.
everybody is trying to get to the next level.
Right.
You know, and the fact that you were already in the mix and then kind of weren't happy with where you were at.
I'm running with the
like
ones.
It really shot at the ego.
Absolutely.
Because you're like, I'm that guy, like you said earlier, you're him. But then you get told,
Coaches always want to use what you say against you.
Absolutely.
110%. It's easy to do it that way. But you know, it's a bite to the ego. But now that you get to tell your players, like, yo, I did this and I was wrong. Now you got to help them learn from your experience.
I'm telling you, those the best coaches that have been through situations that you about to go through. Coaching that, like, both you guys are coaches that play football, that got injured, can't play football, so you became a coach. Play football as long as you could, became a coach. Those are the kind of coaches that need to be head coaches, that need to be in front of, that be talking to kids, because you've been through every situation that this kid wants to go through or that's going to end up going through at one time. You're going to get hurt. What are you going to do when you get hurt? If it's a career-ending injury, what are you going to do next? Are you just going to stop?
Yep.
Like,
the adversity.
And it's to the point where now I can foresight things before they even happen. Like, I know that's going to happen.
Right.
And, like, for me, I try to prevent this stuff for the guys.
That's your job.
But they kids, so
sometimes they got to learn.
Go through it.
So how do you say your best way of teaching them? Are you, like, more hands-on, like, I'm about to show you how to do this? Or you tell them, this goes back to one of our other episodes, the knowledge. You giving them that wisdom of, I went through this. This is how you should. Like, do you tell them, like, this is what you should do? Or you could keep doing it how you doing it? How do you do it?
So I try not to revert back to myself as much as possible.
Okay.
And it's a reason why I do that. But I don't want to sound like a narcissist.
Yeah.
It's not about me. It's about you.
Of course.
So I try to tell them, like, listen, this is going to happen.
Right.
Excuse me. So I try to tell them, like, yo, this is going to happen if you keep doing this. Like,
Right.
And if it gets to a point, like, I have to use the experience, like, then I tell them, like, listen, I'm not just telling you this just because, like, this is like real life situation. Like, I've been through it, been there, done that. If you keep going down this road, this is going to happen.
Right.
So that's why I tried to get my point across by telling them that. But I just try to be honest with them, open as possible. Like, because
That's the best thing.
9 times out of 10, I done been through it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like, especially going the JUCO route, man. Like, you done go through everything. You go through every emotion, every single emotion.
The ups and downs, the roller coaster ride that a junior college puts on a
I
kid.
think junior college is crazy.
It's crazy.
I can't imagine.
I'm not gonna lie. So high school football was my favorite football.
Yeah.
But like JUCO was like right there. Like there's nothing
It's
like
like
JUCO
that.
football,
we about
bro.
to get into the best season.
Facts, man. So hold on, let me finish. So
you're at City College.
So I'm at City. Boom.
You get in because homeboy.
I'm rocking out second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. At the end of the game, I grade horrible. They end up benching me. So like that was like the downhill of my season right there. Like, cause you feel me? I just turned 18. I just left, so it's like I'm down on myself. I'm trying to be professional as possible. Trying to still come to practice every day. I'm not used to not being that guy though.
Right.
It's not that I'm not used to it. It was like boom. It gave me like PTSD a little bit from when I was at
from Winslow.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I've been here before, like done that. Like I'm not, like I know.
I'm trying to get out of here. Like,
Yeah, like I know I'm better. And it's like, so City College, San Francisco, California JUCOs don't give out scholarships. So like for me, my mom was supporting me at the time. So I'm trying to get out as fast as possible.
You felt pressure.
Absolutely. Like my Dukes was working 19, 20-hour shifts to try to help me.
Just to give you some bread to eat.
Yeah, just
There's no meal plans out there.
so I could wash my clothes, like stuff like that. So
Dang.
it was a lot of pressure on me. So like when I'm not on the field, it's like, yo, I'm not handling my handle.
Absolutely.
So I ended up playing a couple games. I started like 2 games that year, but it wasn't a good year for me at all.
Got some film.
where you could have probably started the whole year if you'd have went about
Really
it.
could have.
If you went about the situation.
or I always say like if I would have gray shirted, it would have been dope. You know what I mean? Because I was so young.
Right.
Yeah. Because
And-
you left at 17 and then the season comes. You're newly 18 in August
Literally had training camp on my 18th birthday by myself. Couldn't even come back home.
with the spider webs and everything.
Man, I was 18. I was in the room by myself at 18, man.
That's the
how I spent my
18th birthday you'll never forget.
Balling though. I was balling in training camp.
So season is a roller coaster of emotions. It's up, it's down, it's starting, it's not starting.
Ended up getting hurt a little bit towards the end of the year.
Banged
So
up.
like for me, when I came home, I kind of knew I didn't want to go back.
Like you came home after the season, after the semester.
After the semester,
Did you bring all your stuff with you?
Absolutely. I
So
quit
you
college.
knew at that
Absolutely.
point.
And it was like, so my dream school is Oregon.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the whole point of me going out West Coast is like, yo, I'm trying.
It gives you that opportunity to get there.
When they-
Oregon
right
loves
there.
Cali JUCOs too.
They love it, especially at City College, San Francisco. Like we had the number 1 tackle in the country at the time in 2016.
Went there?
He went there. He ended up committing to Alabama, but Oregon was in his top 5.
Okay.
It was a couple old linemen.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
So a couple old linemen had Oregon offers, and they was there. They was coming. So like, I'm like, yo, like I'm a East Coast boy, like to talk to these coaches.
Yeah.
Yep.
Washington State, Cal Berkeley. So it was crazy for me. But I came home, and then for me, I had to go back to the drawing board, reevaluate, and then ASA came in the picture.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't there yet.
nah, Mike wasn't there yet. So what happened was one of my guys ended up getting recruited at City to ASA.
Okay.
He was a UConn bounce back. My boy Trey, shout out to Big Trey Snacks.
Snacks.
Yo, I forgot about
Yes, sir.
Trey.
That's my
Man,
guy.
his name was Snacks. He must have been huge.
He was huge. He played at Cedar Creek, stamped. You feel me? Played D tackle. He's one of the guys on the list that went Division 1 from Creek. You feel me? So the coach is recruiting Snacks heavy. So I'm telling him like, yo, bro, I'm trying to get into JUCO too, bro. Like I've been in contact with ASA, but everybody knows ASA. They don't get back to you unless you really him.
Okay.
So like I kind of felt disrespected like
He
that.
thought you was him.
Yeah. So it's like even though I was coming off the year, I'm like, yo, I'm still him in my head. So
You
it's
can still
like,
ball.
so I'm like, all right. So my head coach has reached out to him. He's talking to them about Trey. So he mentions me. They throw me in there. Boom, they reevaluate my film. They throw me the scholarship. I'm like, it's lit.
Wait, so hold on. You go to a JUCO in Cali. They don't give up scholarships.
Nope, because junior college in California.
Yeah, explain that a little bit.
So California
People that
junior
don't-
college, and the rest of the country is separated.
Yes, they have their own comp. Like they
Okay.
only play California JUCOs. That's how many teams there are.
They have so like
Okay.
in Cali, there's a community college like probably every 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
Dang.
So every community college basically has a football team.
team.
So they don't need to travel outside of the state. And the rest of the country, you got Kansas, JUCOs,
Kansas, Mississippi, Iowa.
From the SIP, you heard?
Eh,
From the SIP.
the Iowa JUCOs.
Iowa
got
JUCOs, and
one in
then
Illinois, New York, PA,
you got the Northeast Conference, which is Lackawanna, ASA, Monroe,
Nassau. Used to be in it.
You got Snow College, that's out in Utah. You got Texas. You got
the Texas.
JUCOs.
You got Kilgore, Blinn, Tyler. Those
Is Dean a JUCO?
Dean was a JUCO in the Northeast Conference,
Blinn-
but they turned D3.
So Blinn was the junior college Cam Newton went to.
yes,
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's Texas.
yep,
Yeah, and then you got you had the Arizona JUCOs.
we kind of get into that a little because
Nah, absolutely. So
Zona was
it was crazy, man. ASA was a fresh start to me. So
Yeah.
so mind you, I go on the ASA visit.
Is it visit?
They wanted me to come up there on a visit.
visits. There ain't much to see.
Mind you, Coach Oz, shout out to Coach Oz.
Dog.
He handled it like a Division I program.
Absolutely, yo.
He's showing you all the good stuff. Like,
Nah,
yeah,
he did.
Yo, you could get this. You could get that.
And credit to him because he did that. He ended up getting a D1 job, but
Man, listen, if you didn't have the potential to be Power 5, he didn't want you.
absolutely.
So like when I came in, when he spoke to me and my mom, he was like, "Listen, I wouldn't be bringing you in here if I didn't think you could play Division I." So like, I told him that I was in contact with a Kansas JUCO at the time because I was.
Yeah.
He was like, "Nah, forget them. You don't want to go all the way out
You
there."
spiced it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I got you, coach. Don't worry about it.
So, but I go to the dorms, right? So I just told y'all about California.
Yeah.
It's 7 of us, 1 bathroom. You go to the ASA dorms, it's like a prison, bro.
It looked like an old asylum.
So when you walk in, it's a security guard sitting at the desk.
I went there one time. Remember this?
She has to buzz you in.
Yeah.
If she doesn't think if you don't look familiar to her, you gotta show her your ID.
Miss Patsy.
Miss
Patsy.
Is it only?
Shout out to Miss Patsy.
It's only you guys in this one building.
So it's football, basketball, all the male athletes.
Okay.
No women allowed. No visitation. No nothing.
Nope.
Y'all was in jail.
Listen. So boom, she buzzes us in.
Yeah.
They show me a room that wasn't vacant. So I'm walking up the stairs. I see a whole bunch of down south boys, Maryland boys, Philly boys. They got their shirts
DMV.
off. Hey, bro, where you from? Oh, you about to come here? That's what's up.
Oh yeah. They on the prison yard like.
And it
what
probably
up, boy?
reeked.
Bro,
It probably reeked.
well, it smelled like straight gas.
Yep. That's what it was.
That's what I smoke.
I lived in it. I know, man. I know.
So, bro, I go in there, right? I start counting the rooms. I start counting the people. I'm like, hold on. It's like 14 rooms. 2 people to a room. 3 people to a room. 4 people to a room. This is 1 floor.
Yep.
I start doing the math. It's only 2 bathrooms in there. I said, it's 27 guys to 2 bathrooms.
That's even worse than what you was in Cali.
Yeah.
You thought Cali was alright there right there. You like,
But listen, yo, bro. So, and then I'm in there. I go inside the room. I see the room is 2 double bunk beds. It's a big room, but I'm like, yo, it's 4 people to a room. But this is my mindset going into ASA. I wanted to put myself in a tough environment to put the fire under so I can go get it every day.
Yeah.
I wanted to be uncomfortable.
forced you.
It forced me to be locked in, focused.
Yeah.
So I told my mom, I said, Mom, I love it here. I want to come here. She's like, why?
she didn't understand right then.
She didn't understand. And I had to explain to her, like, Mom, listen, like, it's not what I want it to be, but it's going to force me to get to where I want to be.
It's not what I want it to be, but it's what I need.
That shows the growth from what you were in high school to now what you are 2 years post high school.
I'm gonna say it.
Or not even 2 years post.
Dirty.
That's actually less than 2 years. That's only a couple months out of high school.
Only
You're probably going in December, January.
It's like
visits.
January, February. So ASA was trimester, so I roll February.
Yep, to that spring
So
semester.
boom, we're going this off season workouts. I'm locked in.
You're not there yet.
I'm not there yet.
You're not there yet.
Okay.
Boom, I'm killing in the weight room. Then we go to spring ball. I never had spring ball before, so I'm thinking this is dope. Like I'm practicing with the helmet and equipment
Yeah.
during the spring, and I was battling. So ASA was even worse than Cali. We was deep.
Like D1 first and second team, everybody was going D1 or came from a D1. Like it wasn't D3s, you know, some slappies here and some slappies there. It was dog after dog after dog after dog.
So we knew it was gonna be dog, and we always. So like I remember my first time hitting the field with them right before spring ball. They all watching me and stuff. I'm smooth, bro. I'm getting out my back pedal. Boom, I'm breaking.
He like, I know y'all watching.
I'm in my bag, bro. I'm in my bag. So we start doing 1-on-1s. I start strapping.
Yeah.
They like, hey, he all right. So then they start asking what my name was. Boom. You know, back then you could go in your huddle. My huddle views jumped up. Like, dang, y'all watching my y'all watching it? Everybody in the door watching it. So they know what's up. They know what's up. So after that, spring ball come around, I'm locked in. Like, I'm even going to the field in between practices. Off days, I'm hitting the field.
You had that mindset. Like,
Yeah, and I linked up with one of my man K. That's my boy right now. He about
to get into it. So the team's gonna pick him up. Play that Coastal.
Yes, sir. Play at Coastal Carolina. Safety, hybrid guy. He can play inside the box.
Hey, best position ever.
Absolutely. He actually got a workout with the Carolina Panthers coming up.
I hope he come on in.
Nah,
play safety. If you're a hybrid, don't come to that nickel thinking that it's sweet. Nah.
So me and bro like connected and linked. So we started hitting the field together. And I'll never forget, it was a Mega Million billboard right over us. And we used to look like, yo, bro, that's gonna be the contract when we sign when we in the league. And we used to always look up at it, and the numbers used to change. But we were like, that's the money we chasing right after that. So that gave us the inspiration. So when spring ball came in, we kind of realized we knew like who the guys was going to be.
Yeah,
it was just like our defensive coordinator was real strict on productivity. If you did your assignment right, he didn't care how good you were. If you didn't do the assignment correctly, you wasn't playing.
The grading, I had to grade them. Right, so come spring ball, I'm here now.
Oh, you're here.
Spring ball, I'm there.
Carey in there first.
I'm there.
So we there. We like, yo, who's this young guy? He trying to show us.
He trying to show on right now.
He got his cleats on with the tights. He got the hat on.
I had the bucket on.
This is young Coach Carey.
Young Coach Carey. I was
like that was so out there trying to backpedal.
I was 21. I was 21.
He couldn't backpedal though, really. His was a little tight. That was my guy though. That was my guy.
Respectfully.
Yo, the mental.
Some do and some coach.
The mental and the knowledge that he was giving us was like, yo, and we could relate. Like we could relate to him.
Yeah.
Like even though he
I was I was
the cool dude on the block.
Yeah.
Like yo, Coach like Carey was
Coach Carey was good, bro. Like you good.
He the one who used to vent to when things wasn't going our way. And he used to give us that knowledge, kind of like what I am at now.
Yeah.
Because we at that time he was getting into coaching, and this is like
same type of situation.
So like for me, it was helpful. Like I used to come to him like, yo, how you think I did this week? Like this and that. So I'm battling with my boy. So I'm at boundary safety. You feel me? I'm battling with my boy. I graded out the second highest. My boy graded out number 1. He right in front of me. Named Aaron Kelly. Shout out my boy AK.
AK was a dog.
He was from Maryland.
Dog.
Different type of player than me. So we go into training camp. He's running with the 1s. I'm running with the 2s. But I graded out higher than everybody else in the back end. Even at free safety, corner.
It was just you both played the same side.
So like, so what gave me the nod? I'm gonna be honest. The experience I had at City College, San Francisco.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, I already been through this.
You already knew
I already knew what it was. Like, so that was like really the sharpest I was in a long time. Like, I'm talking about alignment, assignment, everything was like. And even when I went home to watch film, I used to watch film like 4 times a day.
His hours were. I tracked who watched and who didn't. Like viewing time. I still do it. His viewing time was crazy. Like it was number 1 on the team.
They had to ask me like, "Yo, are you really watching film, or are you just letting that joint run?"
Some guys will just press play and let it clips roll so they get the viewing time.
So I'll watch it fresh right out the practice. I'll watch it in film, then I'll watch it again, and then I'll watch it right before practice again. And like for me, I was so particular. Like if I didn't like the way I tackle somebody, I'm like, yo, that's not a clean tackle. That can't go on the highlight tape. I was upset. Like I want all clean, like
clean stuff.
Yeah, like yo, like who that?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how I wanted it to be. So like I was nitpicking everything, my stance, how I broke, if I was raising up. So like during that time, I was really locked in, and it prepared me. So during training camp, I ended up getting a nod right before the week 1, and after that, I just took off.
Yeah.
Back end was crazy.
We had Jeremy at boundary corner, Jeremy Webb.
Yeah, you know the vibes.
Miles knows Jeremy. They played
Dog.
prep school together.
Dog.
Then we had Malachi in boundary safety.
Okay.
Then we had BC,
Shout out to my boy
B
BC.
Moore,
Dummy.
Ryan Campbell, dummy,
Shout out to Dummy.
dog at free safety. Then we got Kendrick Skladney at our rover, our roll down. And then we got your roommate,
Was my roommate.
Iowa bounce back.
Iowa bounce back. He actually showed me a lot. Like
ASA had all these dogs.
Dogs.
Was y'all losing games?
No.
nah. So we lost.
Dude.
We lost one game.
I'll look it up.
One game.
So listen. We gonna get into that. So listen,
Man.
O was an Iowa bounce back.
Yeah.
O was locked in because like he had a child. Mm-hmm. And
He had a different situation than a lot of other people that were at
and
the
he was
job.
older too. So like his whole approach was different. And so I ended up rooming with him my second semester there. So like it was just me and him, and we used to have like deep conversations. The way he moved was like he was locked in at the time. Also had my boy Paulie.
Paulie
Shout out
Sanchez.
my boy Paul.
Yo, underrated, undersized guy.
Dog.
The only reason he wasn't on the field was because K was there. If K's not there, Paulie's there, hands down. And
this is how deep we were.
other
bro.
JUCOs, Paulie's starting. That's how good he was.
Literally.
He was a dog.
And Paulie actually ended up starting a couple games because BC ended up getting injured.
Yep. Because we moved K
and
back.
We were so deep, so K,
It was just like, oh,
Yeah.
you good? I bet. I'm gonna step in for you. Don't
if
even
someone
worry about
got hurt in the back end, we weren't really worried.
and we didn't even miss a beat.
Nothing.
That's how it was. So first game we won like 40-0. Second game we put up 72. Wagner Prep School, 72-0. Third game,
72-0. Nah, that's disrespectful.
Oz didn't care.
Yo, he was
Oz was
running
going to
it
run
up,
the
bro.
score up. He was trying to make a statement. He wanted to be the #1 JUCO in the country.
absolutely.
So we had to make a statement in every game we played because in Northeast there's not as many JUCOs as these Kansas and Mississippi's.
the year before they was running it up on Oz.
So he was like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah, so Oz
What
came.
about it?
So Oz, little backstory on Oz. Oz came from Nassau. He coached. What's my boy? From Jersey. He's
From
on the
Jersey.
Packers now, corner.
Russell.
Yeah, Russell
Yeah.
Douglas.
So he.
So you already know the vibe.
And he coached
That's-
Ian Thomas.
Dog, you okay?
And he coached Ian Thomas.
Big dog, y'all.
Yeah.
Oz really stamped, yo. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna cap. So,
Okay.
So Oz came from Nassau. They ain't had that many resources, but he was able to produce.
Yep.
So
They
when he
like
got the ASA
good.
his first year, Lackawanna did him dirty. Monroe did him dirty. Everybody was doing him dirty. So he was like, all right, see no more. I got my 1 year under my belt.
Watch.
Second year, he came crazy. So that's when first game, 40-0. Second game, 72-0. Boom. Third game, we playing down in, we traveled down to, we play at James Madison.
We played Georgia Military at James Madison.
Big dog, big game.
Big stadium.
Prime time type of thing. Like, for me, I
Georgia
never.
Military was that school, right?
They're good. They're good. RIP their head coach who passed away I think a year ago.
Okay.
But they were like that.
They had dogs, bro.
Dogs.
They had a corner. He actually played at Georgia. He played in the league now. I don't know
I forgot
I don't
what
know
his
where he got
name-
picked up at, but he was
Yeah.
a corner in the national championship game.
Oh, tough.
Yeah, he was a freshman when we played him. We ended up it was a shootout.
Overtime.
Overtime.
3 overtimes.
38. We ended up losing 38-36.
You check the film, they did not score that touchdown. I swear on everything that I love.
swear.
If you watch the tape, he did not score.
So that was
Anyway,
that was really our only L for real.
and we lost by 1 in double
By one.
double or triple overtime.
So after that, we going on a win streak.
Tear.
Sorry, destroying people.
Yeah.
We beat Monroe. We
But
beat
it was so
Black.
bad though. So this is my only problem with ASA. We were so loaded. Like 10 out of our 11 guys on turn defense went Division 1.
Mhm.
So like it was no plays really.
Everybody in the back end went D1.
So everybody went.
Mhm.
Except for O. O had eligibility.
He went.
had Division 1 offers though.
But he couldn't.
He only had 1 year Division 1 eligibility
Yeah.
clock left. So he went.
So he went
D2.
to,
Gotcha.
but good D2 San Angelo.
So for us, it was like, bro, we not getting no film. Like everybody eating, but like
Right.
we not eating that much because it's not that much on our plate.
Yeah.
So my film was down, and like we like, yo, what's up? Like we talking to Coach Oz, we talking to Basil, like, yo, why we not getting no O's? Like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, the only one that was really getting O's is Jern.
But that's because he's 6'3"
Man.
and he's Wingspan's crazy.
Because he went to East Coast,
East Coast
Prep.
Prep. Yeah.
Webb had
Dogs went.
yeah, Webb
Yeah.
started getting to V-Tech, West Virginia.
Yeah, he had some big ones.
Ole Miss offered him.
Yeah, I was
It was my phone. We were on FaceTime on his phone that Jeremy had talked
I was
to.
in the room when my coach was like, "Yo, I'm talking to one of your teammates." I'm like, "Who?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Jeremy." I'm like, "Where he at?" I called his phone like, "Yo, Jeremy, what's up?"
He hung,
Yeah.
he hung up on the coach.
Yeah, I was like, "What's up, bro?" What's up? He like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, "He right here." I'm like, "Yo, that's cool."
But that's how loaded we were, and because we were so loaded, they didn't play the whole
We
game.
was
So
blowing everybody out. We was getting out halftime.
exactly. So a lot of the other guys behind them got a chance
So
to
like
get some
guys
O's.
at Monroe, Lack, they all getting offers. We like, yo, we better than them.
Right.
So we didn't play them yet though. Boom, Lack game. We went crazy,
Crazy,
like really crazy.
and that's a big rivalry, right?
time.
Head
ASA
coach rivalry.
yeah, ASA Lack, like it was a big time.
It was
game.
personal.
BC. So everybody had their game. They snapped. BC really snapped that game. Mm-hmm. Boom. We played Monroe. That was my game. I shined. I had a pick, big time pass breakups at the end of the game.
Yep.
Webb really was strapping on the corner too on the outside. I think Tennessee ended up offering him after that week.
He had some big ones.
K was just like the bull that just like he tell you yourself. He said, "Bro, I give you like two or three plays a game." But people didn't really try him because we ran a 4-2-5. He on that.
He's that roll down, that strong side.
They
roll
not
down.
really trying to run the ball to him.
Yeah.
They
He's
not
that force player out there.
They really not trying to pass the ball on his side because you feel me. You got K right there. You got BC and you got Iowa corner. Iowa bounce back right over there.
Where are you throwing the ball?
You can't really throw the ball. Can't run the ball.
Excuse me,
Run the
ASA
ball because our
Gurus.
D line was nasty.
D-line crazy. My boy Hosey, he was at East Carolina.
Western Michigan now.
Shout out to my boy. You had Bama.
Mm-hmm.
He
Ja'Carrius Johnson went to Tarleton State in
still
Texas. Yep. And then we had Najee who went to Kansas.
Najee,
Played 2
Kansas.
seasons
He
at
was in the
Kansas.
boundary too. Yo, the boundary was lit. I ain't gonna hold you.
We used
I
to
had
stand him
Kansas-
up and drop him.
I had
Oh
Kansas, V-Tech right
my
next to me. Like,
gosh.
so my job. So they really. I
And
really.
you had Demetrius Powell on your side, linebacker, who went to Florida. What Florida?
He went to Florida A&M.
Florida A&M.
And I had Bazemore.
Yep, Marquise.
My boy Keys.
Dog.
Keys went to Sacred Heart.
Okay.
Yep.
Keys ended up signing Sacred Heart when I signed.
Okay.
So
Yep.
boom. So fast forward. So we blowing teams out. We get the bowl invite. Arizona.
We were hyped because we didn't think we were gonna get one.
Right.
Hyped.
Bro. The whole slogan was like. So you saw that episode with Martin?
What?
He's like, "I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona." So that was the whole saying the whole time, bro. So we was lit, and at that time, teams that didn't make the bowl games, and Power 5 and Division 1, they start coming through.
Yeah.
Every practice was
So
loaded.
that One-day practice, we came after we got invited. It's 30 Division 1 teams out there.
Crazy.
At the bowl game.
No, at our practice in Brooklyn.
in New York,
In Brooklyn.
bro.
Where we practiced, by the way, just to let everybody know, our practice field had like crack pipes and needles and bottles broken all over the field.
They had to move us.
Yeah,
They moved us to a separate location.
that's how crazy.
So a
the
typical
slums.
practice day at ASA, right? We wake up at like 6. I mean, I used to wake up at 6:30.
Had to take the bus.
Boom. I used to eat my oatmeal. You feel me? Everybody used to roll out of bed at 7. You had to be on the bus by 7:15. Mm-hmm. So it was a charter bus, 2 charter buses sitting out front of our
Where y'all lived
dormitory.
at.
Yep. Downtown Brooklyn,
Right by
like,
Barclays.
five blocks away from Barclays Center. Boom. We hop on the bus. We drove like 45 minutes to get to our practice.
Just to practice.
Just to practice.
bro. So boom, we used to get there around 8:15ish. Mm-hmm. Used to be on the field by 8:30, playing at 8:45. Start practice at 8:45, and we'd be off the field by like 10:15.
Yep. Back on the bus. Back another, at that time the traffic was crazy. Back on the bus, back to the dorm. They got to get ready. If we could fit a meeting in on Sundays, we fit a meeting. And then they had to shower, go to class at 1 o'clock.
Class started at 1, so
Dang.
it was crazy. That was every day, bro.
That's tough.
And there was trimesters, so like there's no summer camp. There's summer camp at ASA was regular practices daily.
Because y'all was in school.
Because they were already in classes.
We had no break.
Yeah.
So boom, it's 30 teams out there.
You got nervous?
I wasn't. I
That's
thought
okay.
it was like
The
game day, bro.
butterflies. The butterflies.
It was like
were there.
game day though, so it's like, so a couple teams started coming in trying to recruit me, but they also was trying to recruit everybody else. So for me, I was the smallest DB out of everybody.
Okay.
Like I was that hybrid. I could play corner. I could play safety, but I was small. Like I think my real height probably like 5'9.5".
Said my
5'9",
real
3/4.
height. Not football height. Football, you get
football height. I'm 5'10".
An inch and 10 pounds.
Football height.
I think I put like 190 on that drill. I was like 178.
Inch and 10 pounds.
Yeah, but the equipment they don't know. Like shoulder
Yeah.
pads, they don't know. So I think the first school that came through, Buffalo came through. They spoke to me. They checking me out, my size. They called my coaches at high school. Mm-hmm. One of my high school coaches had a relationship, so I'm thinking they're gonna be my first. Oh,
Yeah.
boom. Never really heard from them. So the day that it was 30 schools out there, Sacred Heart was one of them. Duquesne was one of them. I was getting the FCS looks. You feel me? I didn't know them though. They was just in the mix. Mm-hmm. So we had a practice. I'm balling. Like I'm calling everything out. I'm running the show.
Yeah.
I always was that vocal guy in the back end anyway.
He was a coach on the field.
Absolutely. Shout out my boy Webb. Webb just all he knew is
Just listen.
Play man and listen to
play.
Malachi. If there's a check, Malachi will tell you.
He didn't even care. He didn't want to know. He like, yo, bro, where we in? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
He was playing man regardless.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what we
He
did.
his own iPad.
his
I
own-
got him though.
Yeah,
I got him.
But bro, they wasn't looking at him because Webb would just take him out. Like they knew not to look at the boundary because of Webb.
Like he was taking people to the sideline. It was bad. It was so bad.
So like for me, I was snapping. I'm running the show, boom. I'm making tackles. I think I caught a pick that practice. I'm strapping in one-on-ones.
Yeah.
I ain't lose a rep. Like strapping my guys, and we had some dog receivers. My boy EJ, shout out to EJ. He played at James Madison.
Okay.
We had my boy Oni, was like that.
Oni was like
Big
that.
Red, Red. So we had some smooth, and we had a tight end that went Division 1 too. He went to Virginia Tech. My boy Corey.
Yep.
So, boom, at the end of practice, when we break it down, I'm taking my equipment off. Coach come up to me, hey Malachi Timberlake, can I speak to you? I'm like, yo, what's going on, Coach? He said, hey, I'm such and such from Duquesne University. I just want to let you know you got an offer from us.
Just like that.
That felt good, didn't it?
Bro, my heart dropped. Like I couldn't even process it because, like, for me, I worked my whole life for this, bro. Like
For one, you just needed one offer.
high school, I didn't have the grades. Schools was coming in to try to offer me, speak to me. Boom, and then like what happened at City College in San Francisco.
Yep.
And then like I'm at ASA battling, going through all the circumstances.
Everything full circle right now.
Bro, like I'm feeling good. I get on the phone. I mean, I'm on the bus. I'm just looking at it. They like, yo, Kyle, you got that offer? Okay, bro. They happy for me. You feel me?
Yeah.
The week before, my boy BC got the Wagner offer. Mm-hmm. So like, I was the only one left that didn't have an offer.
Yeah.
And Wagner offered BCK,
Well, they offered K first.
and they offered all the other safeties, like those other two safeties that started, except him.
So they offered K first in the summertime. So Webb and K they came in the season with offers.
Yeah.
Webb had big time offers. K had Kent State. So that was the chip on K's shoulder. He like, bro, I'm trying to get that Power 5. Like, for me, like Kent State, cool, but I'm not trying to go to Kent State. I'm like, nah, I feel you, bro. So he had Kent State and Wagner. Wagner knew
That he probably wasn't.
Yeah, so like it was like
Nobody.
Why did you offer?
None of them were going to Wagner. They kind of laughed. No offense to Wagner at all, but the mindsets of those guys were they're the dogs of this group, and they know they could play bigger.
Right.
Absolutely,
So no
bro.
offense to Wagner, but like they were just like, all right, cool.
Appreciate you.
That's it.
So like the week before we got the bowl invite, BC got the Wagner offer, and like it wasn't a slight to me, but I was just like,
Damn.
Why not me? Why
didn't y'all offer me yet?
Right.
You could have offered both of us because we better than both y'all safeties y'all got right now. That's
Yep.
how we was coming.
Right.
Yep.
So when Duquesne offered me, I'm like, yo, like so now all of us got offers. O had Bethune Cookman, HBCU.
Fire.
And it was like, dag. So like at that point, I'm like, now, dag, like I'm the last one, but like I finally got it,
Yeah. Weight off your shoulders a little bit.
bro. So boom, next day, so later on that day, Sacred Heart called me. He was at the practice too. He's like, I just want to let you know you got offer from us too. So I got 2 in one day,
Back to back.
back to back.
Going back to back. Hey.
So like at that point, I'm like, yo, like these things really rolling in.
Yeah.
And like I'm posting on Twitter. You feel me? Colleges start calling me. They following me. So when I go to Arizona,
What was it like to tell your mom you got an offer? All that time, mom was, you said, working those 20-hour shifts, 19-hour shifts, just for you to go to college in California, do all this to chase your dream. What was it like having that conversation with your mom to be like, Mom, I got the
It
offer.
it was really both parents too. Like my
Okay.
pops too. I ain't mention my pops, but we're gonna get into my pops. But like for my moms, it was just like when I called her, it was like Mom, like
I did it.
you don't gotta pay for school after this.
Yeah, I know that.
Like, and she didn't really understand. She was like, what school? I told her. She Googling it, like, Pittsburgh. I'm like, yeah, Mom, like, they play in the Northeast Conference, Division I. Like, it was like a relief, bro.
Yeah.
So when we flew out Tuesday night. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
We flew out
On a Wednesday?
I think Wednesday night because the game was Saturday, so we had
Friday.
Thursday, Friday.
When we fly to Arizona, boom, we in Scottsdale. It's litty.
I know, yeah. I wasn't,
Weather's
bro.
nice. The
That
hotel
wasn't
was
focusing on no
lit.
football right there. Said, I'm outside.
Bro.
The hotel was
Bro,
lit.
I hop on the...
You want to know where I'm at? You want to know where I'm at? We outside.
So, bro, I got the shades on the plane. I'm cool and like we big West Coast vibes.
Yeah.
We lit. At this point, we already know we stand. Like we thinking we about to do this team dirty.
Right.
Air raid, RPO heavy.
Mesa.
They smooth. They play fast though. So we get out there, practice. First day of practice, we drowning.
It was hot.
Mind you, bro, I got the
dry heat
I got the long sleeve on with the visor. I'm thinking I'm Pat Pete.
Yeah.
We were freezing. We were freezing the day before in Brooklyn.
Bro, I got
freezing.
Bro, I got the shorts on. I got the long sleeve tee, baggy joint with the visor on. I'm like, yo, I'm in my Pat Pete vibe. I'm in AZ, so like that's how I'm coming. Bro, I had to take that visor off, bro.
Couldn't breathe.
Bro, I couldn't breathe, bro. So, boom, first day I take it off, boom, I put it back on. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna thug it out. Second day, I'm doing conditioning, I'm running. Me and my boy K after practice. We in the gym on the treadmill trying to get extra cardio in. Like it was a dope experience. So game day come, I got the visor on again. Like, yo, this how we coming today.
Yeah. You took
Bro,
that
it
joint.
decided, bro, it was like 92 degrees.
It was hot.
Felt like 108.
It was it was hot.
Bro, I couldn't swallow, bro. That's how dry it was. Like the dry heat was different. When we come out, they playing fast. They getting up on us. Every time they scored though, Webb got a blocked field goal and took it back for +2.
Yep.
So like when we was matching them, we was always matching them +8.
+8.
Because +9 for real because of the field
Webb will
goal.
get-
Yep.
Yeah, so like it was a shootout. I had a crazy game too. Ended up having 2 pass breakups back to back at the last 2 plays of the game.
Big time pass breakups.
And we ended up winning like 26-24. So after that,
School from Brooklyn came out there to play. What?
We wasn't playing around.
it was a dope experience.
They were locked in.
Especially like to finish everything, like all our hard work, bro. Like it was crazy. Like
You said, the circumstances, the living situation, the bus rides to
no
practice,
meal plan for real.
early mornings, like that. The ASA was a lot different from Mesa. So those, we always felt that they had a better situation. It was warm weather. It was a nice area. This, that, because we actually played at Mesa College. So we played. It was like a home game for
So it was
them.
a home game. They knew
them.
the weather. They knew what
Exactly.
they were
Fans
getting
and
themselves
everything.
in.
We had the chips stacked against us from jump.
Yeah.
So the fact, even to see
And
them
they
win,
didn't even respect Northeast football.
not even close.
They thought they was gonna run us out like
Yeah, run us out of
We were barking. Pre-game when we were running out, they were barking at each other. Boom, 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 like
talking.
right, like
Yo, you go on
odd-
YouTube, you can see it, bro.
Yeah,
It's like all
yup,
50 of us.
yup.
Like we standing toe to toe, like 10 toes. Like
boom.
what's up? Like
Talking
nobody
mad
just
smack, mad smack.
Those are the best football games.
They
man.
are, though.
High school and college. When
It
you
was a
do that-
respect. It was a respect battle, though.
Yeah.
Like everybody respected each other at the end of the day.
So at that point, you look at it like every school in the country coming through. Mm-hmm. Every school. Both our quarterbacks went Division I. Like
Yeah.
starter and backup. It wasn't even really a backup for real. But like Zoe would come in and do his thing. But like at that point, like every school was coming through. I think Webb got like, I think UCF came through, Tennessee
Yep.
came through, Wisconsin, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Everybody
had
was
a
coming
lot.
through. That week, that Monday, I come back. I set up a visit with Sacred Heart, and it was a dope experience. But it was like for me, I was like, man, like I'm trying to play in front of 50,000.
Right.
Like for me, I'm like I felt as though I earned that,
Yeah.
and I'm still waiting. So I went on the visit, but I didn't commit. I'm like, yo, I'm still waiting on others. Like I want to see what comes through. He calls me down on a Monday, like, listen, come down to the office. Wagner wants to talk to you.
Okay.
So in my head, I'm like, bro, I'm not talking to them. Like,
Tight.
So I come down there.
I
and,
had y'all chance.
Right? Yeah. I'm not the third option, bro. Like, so they called me. Boom. They offered me. That's my third offer at the time. And they like, listen, I see you went out to Sacred Heart. You didn't commit. It has to be a reason why you didn't commit. Can you just give us a look? Check us out. So when I go on a visit the following week, lie to you not, it was dope, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was a dope experience. I had a good relationship with the coaches. The corners coach played at Temple. It was dope, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it was dope. And I actually was leaning on committing there. The only reason why I didn't commit there is because of the facilities.
Got you.
Yeah, it was rough.
Where is Wagner at?
Staten Island.
Staten Island. Okay.
So the facilities wasn't that good. The campus, they didn't have that many students. Like, for me, I wanted all of that because going to junior college, I didn't have a college experience.
Right.
So, like, Sacred Heart I think they had like 7,000 students. It was a nice mixture of boys, girls.
Crazy ratio.
Yeah, it's like 8-to-1 ratio girls. I thought sometimes when I was, so I ended up committing to Sacred Heart. So when I was there, it was like, am I going to all girls school?
Right.
Like, it was crazy. So after the Wagner visit, before I committed, after the Wagner visit, Sacred Heart was calling me. So the safeties coach, she actually is from Winslow.
Oh wow, small world, full circle.
Gordon Hill. G played at Sacred Heart, played for the San Diego Chargers. So like, my relationship with him was kind of like, I had a good relationship with him, but between the two teams, I had a better relationship with the head coach at Wagner versus Sacred Heart's head coach.
Gotcha.
So it was like, do I want to go somewhere where I'm comfortable with the head coach, or do I rather go somewhere where my position coach
Is that guy that
is
you
my
got that?
guy? You feel me? So like, at that point, Duquesne kind of fell off the map. It was my first offer.
And then just kind of didn't.
So it
work
was
out.
like, it was just a race out of them two. And like, for me, that last semester, I took 27 credits to graduate early.
I remember
I
that.
wasn't supposed to graduate until that May. So right now in December, I was going to be done in January. So like, I wanted to get out. I wanted to do spring ball. I wanted to get acclimated. I didn't want to wait.
Yeah.
But as I look back, I probably should have waited because there was so many schools that came through in the spring at the spring ball.
Spring ball.
Still recruit.
Spring ball is huge at JUCO. It's like really like that's where you get noticed.
So
Spring
would
ball
you
is-
still have been able to do spring ball?
No, but
You would have been,
He would've been able
around
to come to practice.
and I wouldn't have committed.
He probably would have actually just been working hand in hand with me at that spring practice.
And when the school was coming through,
They
like,
still could talk
yo,
to you.
you need somebody right now? He ready.
Yeah.
He could come.
So like, I kind of waited. I waited past the first signing day. I didn't sign. Sacred Heart wanted me to sign. Boom. I'm waiting 2 weeks. So school started like January 4th. I waited all the way until the day before the last add and drop day. You know, in college,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
add
yeah.
and drop.
Yeah.
Yep.
I enrolled the day before the last day of the add and drop period. I enrolled at Sacred Heart. So it's like, I kind of just wanted to. I kind of like just was like, listen, they want me.
Yeah.
It's a good school. Like, campus life is dope. Facilities is beautiful. They still growing. So I committed there, and it's like, my first couple weeks was cool. I started getting acclimated. Weight room was crazy.
Yeah.
Like having a lift coach. It was
Yeah.
like something new to me.
Yeah.
So I'm doing exercise I never did. But to be honest, I started to feel a little uncomfortable because of the atmosphere. Predominantly
Yep.
white. I'm coming from a New York.
Where everybody was black.
Yeah.
All your teammates.
I think it was like just like
I
the
kinda
coaches
bu-
and
I-
Stone.
Absolutely, I bumped heads with one of the strength coach assistants early, and at the time I had locks, so I used to walk around
Yep,
campus. I
yep.
felt as though I was being viewed a certain way. It kind of
Nobody had locks probably.
it was only like a couple people that had locks on there, but like I'm pretty sure they felt the same way as I did.
Yeah.
Like I was getting viewed a certain way. I felt like I was getting spoken to a certain way, and it rubbed me the wrong way. So when we went on spring break, I came home. I cut my hair
For that reason.
because of that reason.
Wow.
I cut my hair,
Dang.
and like I grew my hair. I was like almost.
You had it. I remember it. You had it. The hang time was real.
Yeah, I was almost 2 years in with my dreads. Like,
I had dreads for like 8 years, so I know.
yeah, bro. So like for me to cut it, it was like I felt like I was trying to fit in. Like I'm trying
Instead of just being who you were.
yeah, instead of being me, I tried to fit in for others. And like at that point, it was like a total turn. Like
Yeah.
I came back after spring break, it wasn't the same. Mm-hmm. Like I started to dislike the school even more.
Yeah.
I ended up getting injured, so I wasn't playing. I was in a bad spot in that. To get a little personal, my girlfriend now, we weren't really talking at the time during that time. Like so, like I was down in that aspect.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot going on, and the experience wasn't what I thought it was. And for me, I didn't want to be stuck somewhere where I'm unhappy. Like that was probably the most hardest time in my life, to be honest.
Right.
And that's crazy to say, you know, because
On junior college,
Cali, Brooklyn, and 2 not great situations. Then you think getting that offer, it's automatic.
I'm going Division 1. Like
You think it's
everything I
automatic.
ever wanted and dreamed, I'm like, yo, I'm here. Like,
Yeah.
And it's not what I expected. I see my boy like Webb at VTech, K at Middle Tennessee,
And you
big
like,
time schools. I'm like, yo,
I should be there.
yeah, and I'm at Sacred Heart, and like I feel like this.
Yeah.
So boom, after spring ball, I asked for my transcript papers. I'm like, bro, I'm out
So you had got there in January,
Semester.
and left.
left.
They didn't even play a snap.
I didn't even play a snap.
But I felt it was more. It wasn't the football. It was more of being somewhere where
It
you.
had nothing to do with football. I was running with the
It was the
ones.
school.
I was running with the ones day one.
Yeah.
It was just about being comfortable.
Absolutely. I was running with the ones since day one. It had nothing to do.
A lot of
like,
people think it's
when I
football.
spoke to them, they was like, "You leaving? Why? Like, is it something that we could have done? Like, there was something we
There's
did."
nothing they could have
I
done.
was like, "Look, like, coach, like, to be honest, like, it has nothing to do with y'all." But like for me, looking back, I should have spoken to them.
Yeah.
I
Been
should
open and
awareness.
honest.
Yeah, I should have spoke with somebody because things could have. I feel like the situation, I probably acted a little bit irrational and off of emotion and
Yeah.
made a decision quick. So at that point, I'm like, listen, man, I was trying to find every excuse why I'm leaving.
Right.
I'm like, they don't got a pro day. They ain't send nobody to the league.
Yeah.
Like, why am I here? So
And also, I think if you probably would talk, there's probably somebody else going through the same thing you was going through that didn't want to speak up either.
Your
but-
position coach that's from where you're from.
I didn't even really open up to him. That's how down I was. Like I'm like, listen, like, gee, like
In a rough place.
I'm just leaving, man. Like
I feel you.
I tried to blame football. I tried to make all types of excuses, but really it was me.
It was you.
It was me.
yeah.
It had nothing to do with and it was the school too. But I was finding excuses. So
That's a tough place to be in. You know, you're 3 different places in 3 years or 2.5 years. You know, that's not easy on anybody. And you're not even 21 at this point. You know, you're still young, 18, 19 years old right now. So that's tough.
was I 18?
You're
No, I was
probably
19.
19.
I
You're
was
probably
19 at the
19.
time. So at that point, boom, I put my release out. I started getting hit up by a lot of Division 2s. He hit me up and said, Mom had called about me, but I didn't want to sit out. I'm like, man, I'm trying to play.
Yeah, you would have had to sit out that season.
So I get in contact with Florida Tech. So I honestly saw Florida Tech. So he's my man's now to this day. He's a South Jersey guy. His name Mark Cheney. Shout out to my boy Cheney. He played at LAC.
Okay.
He played defensive tackle. He signed to Florida Tech. So I'm like, listen, I want to go somewhere where it's cultural, like where football is like priority. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
And like Florida ball, everybody talk about Florida ball. I'm like, yo, I'm
matter
trying
what
to get that
school you go
experience.
to.
It don't
If you're
matter.
from Florida, you play football, you got somebody, you're good.
So
Right.
boom, West Florida just came off of that run, Division 2, national.
That was when D-Line played against them.
They went to the Natty. They lost though. So like I'm hitting up West Florida. I found out Florida Tech is their rival. I'm hitting up Florida Tech. Boom, I'm hitting up all of them. Florida Tech actually had defensive coordinator. His name is Rick Minner. Stamp.
Yeah, I know the name.
Absolutely. Defensive coordinator in 1991-92, Notre Dame. When they went to the Natty. He actually gave
Your school, right? Notre Dame. You love
Yes,
Notre
sir.
Dame.
Go Irish.
He gave Mike Tomlin his first job at Cincinnati when he was the head coach.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Was on the defensive staff when Chip Kelly was for the Eagles. So like for me, I'm like, yo, I want to play with him. He's stamped.
Right.
Yeah.
And he gonna help me get to the next level.
Right.
So I go down there. They fly me out on a visit. They treat me good. We talking football. He an old man too. He like 60-something years old. Bro, we out to dinner. He literally talked my ear off for 2 hours straight about football.
And football, anybody that's going to talk football with you, you know, like, boom, that's
Bro,
my type of person.
he out-talked me, bro. Like, I'm like, he using the salt and the pepper as men. Like,
Let's go.
Bro, he on the-
love
yo,
that.
On his blind side, like
I love that.
bro, he really talked. He talked, but what I found to realize was he was talking about his scheme. He was trying to figure out how smart I was, how fast I could pick up stuff.
Yeah.
Because he literally was running an NFL scheme at Florida Tech. So boom, I absolutely loved it.
yeah.
But when I went down there, it was nobody on campus. So I'm down there. I'm like, yo, this is beautiful. It's hot. It's like 90 degrees. They put me in a hotel on the beach. So like,
What part of Florida?
Melbourne, Florida.
Okay.
Right outside of Cocoa Beach.
So East Coast?
East Coast.
Okay.
Atlantic Coast. So I'm thinking like, yo, the school really right on the beach. Like on a visit. So
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody
of
on
course.
campus though. It's at the campus. So boom, I told coach like, listen, this is where I want to be at, coach. And at the time, like IUP offered me. These big time PSEC.
He's big time P6.
Big time.
Worked
Minnesota.
out with a couple kids for pro day.
Okay.
Bro, they got high level talent.
Isn't that where Irvin Charles was? Is that right?
Yeah, Irv went out there too. So IUP offered me, I was gonna go on a visit that following week. I get a phone call, they like, listen, man, like the funds not looking right. So when you go in college, funds gotta be available for you to accept scholarship offers.
Mm-hmm.
He like, it's gonna be cheaper for us to go the grad school route, because grad school is cheaper than out of state tuition for an undergrad.
Yep.
So I'm like, nah, I understand, coach. So at that point, it was really out of Florida Tech, Minnesota State.
Okay.
I'm like, bro.
That Minnesota D2 conference is like that.
They is like that.
Yep.
They like, so at that time, the last 3 years, they only lost like 3 games. 2 of them was in the Natty.
Mm-hmm.
They went undefeated. And then 1 was the game but to go to the Natty.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm not going to Minnesota. I just left Connecticut. It's probably worse.
Adam Thielen went there, I think.
Yeah, he did go there.
Okay.
So at that point, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to have a good like experience. I'm about to go to Florida. I'm about to be having it. I'm about to be lit. Boom. I say, coach, I'm coming. I drive down there early in the summertime. We working. I'm like, yo, this is dope.
We talked.
But then I realized it's not as close to the beach as I thought it was. It was a nice little drive, like nice little 10-minute drive. It's still close to the beach.
there.
Though.
Yeah.
They made it seem like it was on the beach though.
Right.
We could walk to the beach like how Mama feels.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like how the U is like. Right
yeah, like that's what I thought it was, but it really wasn't. But it was some dogs, bro. So this is the story now at Florida Tech. I get to Florida Tech. They telling me like, listen, we need an older guy that's gonna come in and play. Like the guy that was playing, he ended up getting injured and he couldn't play football no more for the rest of his life. So boom, I get down there early. I'm learning the playbook. Boom, I'm ready. They bringing another JUCO guy,
Same position.
same position.
Yep, I remember this.
So it's only one position that need to be filled. So I'm like, dang, I'm in this spot again. Like, I'm not afraid of competition, but it's like, coach, you brought me down here to be the guy. Like,
Right.
Talked all that sweet stuff.
yeah,
Why you not bringing in a freshman?
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
he made it sound real sweet, bro. So, and they was like, well, this guy, we wanted him before you. We didn't think we had him. He was going to go Division I, but his grades messed up. So when we found him, he was available, like we had no choice to take him. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm battling. Boom. I'm used to being at ASA. That's my last full year. So like at this point, I left Sacred Heart. Boom, I'm at Florida Tech. The last season I actually played, my defensive coordinator was assignment, alignment, grading guy. He graded off of straight production.
Yep.
If you was doing your job right. This guy, he wasn't like that.
He wanted you to make plays.
Whoever was shining, who was that, like, so I was doing everything right.
But you wasn't shining.
I wasn't making big time plays.
Right.
Though. Like, I think I had, like, one practice I went crazy. I had, like, 4 picks in one practice. But the other kid, he was blowing assignments, but he was making plays.
Right. He was just going.
So like for me, I was at that stage where I was still learning the playbook and I was struggling. Everybody struggled at camp because this playbook was crazy.
You said it was an NFL playbook at Florida Tech.
Absolutely. And trying to learn it in 4 weeks was like crazy at that point. It was the first time I actually, in my life, that was the first time I ever struggled with a playbook. I was always the guy that knew everything from the front and back. So like for me, I'm like, yo, I'm really struggling. And I was uncomfortable. So I wasn't making that much plays, but I know I was grading out higher than him.
Right.
But he's the type of guy that he gonna make plays regardless if he know what's going on or not.
Yeah.
That's my man. It's like my boy.
You gotta respect that type of game, man.
Yeah, my boy John. Shout out my boy John McClure, man. My boy Hype. You feel me? Love you, my boy.
Yeah.
But look, bro, going crazy though. So, and the other kid, he was already a starter there for 2 years. So Hype ended up getting a nod on me, starting. So like, I'm at the point, I'm really rock bottom at this point. I'm like, dang, like, I could have been starting Division I at Sacred Heart if I didn't want to leave. But like, at that point, it's just like, yo, like, God trying to teach me something.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get the nod at City College San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up having a bad year. I left.
Right.
I go to ASA. It works out in my favor. I get Division 1 offers. Boom. I go Division 1. I get the Division 1, but it's not what I thought it was. It's not what I expected. I'm having eternal problems. So I blame my atmosphere. I blame everything at Sacred Heart on why I'm unhappy. So I leave. I go to Florida Tech. I'm thinking it's about to be sweet, but nah, it's really not.
Somebody else coming in.
Another obstacle.
Another obstacle. So boom. He get the nod on me. Boom, he's playing. I played a little bit. I was playing the first couple games. I was probably averaging like 22, 24 snaps.
Okay.
But you figure college football is like 70 snaps.
Yeah.
So I mean, he getting fit. I'm like, yo, coach, like you can't tell me he better than me to get 50 snaps. Like,
Yeah.
all them dudes. And like, don't get me wrong, ball down there is crazy.
Different.
Fast as hell, bro.
Oh, I bet.
Yo, my first training camp, I went through 4 cleats because it was so hot out there. I'm hurting, bro.
Those guys are playing football 12 months a year, though.
And it's like nothing. And that team was loaded, bro. That team, we sent 4 guys to the league that year. So you figure I'll leave Sacred Heart. They don't have a pro day.
Yeah.
It's Division 1 though.
You go to
D2. I go to Division 2. We sent 4 guys to the league. So now my perspective, mind you, what I tell y'all.
You didn't
want
want
high school. I didn't want to go D2.
You didn't want nothing.
So like for me, it's like at this point, I worked so hard to get Division 1. I didn't want to go D2 to end up at D2.
D2.
Yeah.
But a D2 that can
It's
put you
like-
where you need to be.
Absolutely. So for me, when I was going through the recruitment process, I'm like, yo, if I'm going D2, I'm going down south.
Yeah.
I'm going to where the ball at. Like, so Gulf South Conference was the #1 conference in Division 2 football at the time. So I was like, boom, I go there. Them boys is fast, bro. Facilities was
Florida boys.
Facilities was good though.
I bet.
It was solid. It was equal to Sacred Heart. So like, and we had our own stadium.
Okay.
So it was like, boom, I'm a practice field. Sacred Heart didn't have a practice field. We practiced on the game field at Sacred Heart.
Okay.
So we had a nice practice facility
Okay.
at Florida Tech. So like, boom, I'm loving it, but I got to face this obstacle. So like for me at that point, I was comfortable. Where to the point was like, all right, I still got to do what I got to do because I've been here before.
Right.
So I ended up getting my first start against the #1 team in the country,
Valdosta.
Valdosta State.
That's
You called
Georgia,
me.
right?
You called me after
Georgia.
this game.
They is like that, man, and it's crazy because the way I planned it, my mom, that was my first game. My mom and my grandfather and my sister came down too.
Okay.
So like they come down. It's my first start. I'm like, yo, it's lit.
Yo.
Right? This is what I've been waiting for.
I know you was hype.
But bro, cause like,
Nervous?
nah, not nervous. Not nervous.
You know wrong being nervous.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit.
You were ready, though.
But I was ready.
Yeah.
Like that week, I was making plays in
I
practice.
get nervous before every game. Still.
But the team was so at that point we was 5-1. The starting safety that's been there before he got injured
Okay.
in practice. So like I got thrown in the fire. I still don't know the playbook that much because the playbook is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So, but he was that free safety that was orchestrating the whole defense.
Okay.
So I had to step in and fill
try to
big
orchestrate.
shoes. So I'm trying the best of my ability orchestrating. My boy Hype,
Yeah.
the other safety, he still ain't know the defense like that neither. But he making plays though. At that point, he
So there's really nobody that's back there being able to
Hype.
orchestrate
At
it.
that point, Hype probably had 3 interceptions. He had 2 blocked field goals, 1 picked up for Tutty. Yo, he was balling, but he didn't. He wasn't comfortable with the playbook.
Right.
So I'm trying to help him out. I knew the playbook a little better than him at the time, so I'm helping him out. Boom, they get out on us,
#1 team in the country.
bro. First play of the game, they hit us like a 70-yard bomb up the seam. We ain't covered 3. And the match covered 3 though. So we really matched up.
Yeah.
And once they pushed vertical, they did an inside seam fade on my boy 1-on-1. Put that thing on the backside. So the starting quarterback was the D2 Heisman
Yep.
Okay.
that year, or D2 Heisman runner-up. His name Logan Wells. Looked like Carson Wentz, bro. 6'4",
Could throw it.
probably like 230. Ward number 11. He was
Like that.
He was like that, bro. Boom. They get out on us, bro. We couldn't really keep up with them, bro. They was averaging 56 points a game. They ended up beating us like 58 to like 32.
First start in front of your fam.
Yep. I did my thing, though. I had a couple tackles.
There you go.
Didn't have that many MAs. So that season goes on. We end up going to the playoffs. I kind of was in and out of the rotation,
Yeah.
but nothing crazy. and I'm upset
Yeah.
how the season went. So I'm at the reevaluation period. I'm like, yo, man, I'm about to get out of here. That's my mindset. I'm out of here, bro. I'm not sitting. But then I'm like, yo, that would be 5 schools. And like I told y'all earlier when we was having a conversation before this, I kind of felt like embarrassed a little bit. It's like, yo, are you just team hopping? Like when adversity hit?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but that's the norm now in college football.
People leaving left and right. The portal
Transfer
is
portal,
nuts.
man. I think the
Man.
transfer portal's hurting football.
I agree.
It's hurting high school football.
It's
100%.
It's to a point where nobody has the mindset where it's like, if I gotta battle somebody and I lose, am I gonna stay or am I gonna battle the next year?
Yeah.
Or am I gonna keep battling? It doesn't build the player as because when you get to the league, it don't matter. The person next to you is as good as you or better. So you either gonna battle him or you gonna stop
Whoever's
playing football.
balling gonna play.
That's it.
Like,
And I'm glad you said that. So I ended up staying.
Smart.
Both safeties is coming back. I went crazy that all season. I changed my diet. I started meal prepping,
yeah.
eating like I
You
wasn't.
was getting
I wasn't
ready.
eating on campus. I wasn't even swiping like.
You started becoming a professional.
Absolutely, my roommates, but my whole roommates, everybody that lived with me started doing that. My boy Ty was doing that. My boy Myles, Dame. Shout out to my guys, Pt.1. You already know, gang. You feel me? Everybody started being on that wave.
Yep.
Cause my boy Myles, he had the same situation. He wasn't really balling like that.
What position did he play?
Play wide receiver.
Wide receiver, okay.
So Myles is a JUCO product too. He played for Mesa when we played him in the.
Small world.
That's crazy.
He ended up being my roommate.
That's
Small
crazy. So you used to
world.
talk to Lil Jon like, bro,
Absolutely. That's my brother though. Like,
that's
something
that's
that
crazy.
Our connection was different because we came like
Similar situation.
absolutely. So, and we didn't play that year. He thought he was coming in to play.
right.
Just like you.
But Division II, that conference so loaded.
Yeah, they
really
pulled.
needed depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They're
really
like,
what it
y'all
was.
coming, but like,
Yeah,
we
like
need y'all if we need y'all.
yeah, like whoever play, but like we really need depth. So I'm like, boom, I come in that whole offseason, I went crazy. Like I think I finished out on a grading scale, top 2. If you want to look at plays being made, interceptions, pass breakups, top 2 out of everybody. So spring game, I probably had like 6 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 pass breakups in the spring game.
Bald.
So I was confident coming in.
Yeah.
The coach was trying to get me on the field though. We lost a lot. So like 4 guys went to the league that offseason. So my boy JT Hassel, he played for the Jets.
Okay.
He had got picked up for the Browns at the time though. AD, he played D tackle. He got picked up by the Titans. My boy Mello, Romel Guerriere, he got picked up by the Broncos. He played wide receiver.
Okay.
And then my boy TB, Terrence Bynum, he got picked up by Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
So we sent everybody. So like it was like everybody had to step in. But when we come into training camp, I'm locked in, I'm balling. They put in a package for me. They put a dime package in. They try to get me on the field because they don't want to take their 2 starters out.
Right.
So it's like, all right. But they put me in. So my snap count is actually up.
Right.
So I'm getting dime reps and I'm getting free safety reps.
Okay.
In camp. So I'm getting the best of both worlds. At
Yeah.
this point, I finally know the defense. On the back of my hand, I'm calling stuff, really orchestrating it. The guy in front of me, my boy Welch. Shout out to my boy Welchy, man. That's my guy. Nah, facts. When we go into week 1, we playing Savannah State. They was Division I at the time.
Yep.
They was going down to D2 though. We smacked them. Boom. Next week we play Newberry. They in South Carolina. Welch get hurt a little bit, so I'm getting more reps that game.
There you go.
We play Delta State. We go out Mississippi.
Sip.
Bro, we 2-0 at the time.
got
We had
smacked.
2
Don't-
dogs.
yo-
No, we didn't get smacked. Listen, they big as heck though. Like I'm talking about
Boys, he
linebackers
good over there.
like
I
6'2",
bet.
6'3", 230, everybody.
They're probably picking them out the Mississippi JUCOs too.
Well, it's this one play I'll never forget. I was at dime, right? I'm in the boundary. They run a dime blitz. So dime is 3-man front. We wanted to send 5, play quarters coverage in the back. Boom, I'm blitzing off the B gap. Guard show face. I wrap to the front side A. Bro, they picked that thing up so smooth. Communicated, slid, bro. I tried to wrap. That center picked me up, drove me. boom, like pancake me, fell on me. He like 300.
That's a big
the
boy.
worst
Bro, he like, bro, he was
Big boy.
Bro, he fell on me, bro, and like my whole like, I was, like lost air.
Ah!
So I brought up
the worst. You but
It was third down too. So like, they got the first. I'm running off the sideline. Damn, they big sell. But that game we ended up losing. I think we ended up losing like 38-35 or like 31-28. It was a slugfest. So at this point, I'm kind of in the same role I was in the previous year.
Yeah.
So we go through 3 games. I'm getting a little bit of more reps, but it's still like similar. My boy Welch at free safety, he gets hurt. He ended up missing the rest of the year.
Oof.
dang.
I ended up starting the rest of the year. And I only played, so what, is 10 games? I only started 6. And I went crazy for real. Like I have 40 tackles, had like 10 pass breakups, 2-3 picks.
Yeah.
So my first start was against West Georgia that following week.
Okay.
Welch got hurt on like a Tuesday. I start West Georgia. I catch a pick, 6 tackles, 2 pass breakups.
Balling.
I was about to get Gulf South Conference Defensive Player of the Week.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Another kid ended up getting it down. From
That's all good though.
Yeah, it was like
They know my
You
body.
put on.
Yeah,
You did what
they
you
knew
had
your
to
body.
They knew my body.
They knew your body.
You know what I mean? But that was like the start, and like the coaches kind of saw like, yo, we not about to miss a beat.
Right.
And then we played Fort Valley State. We ended up losing. That was a game. So like everybody know you can't overlook opponents in college.
Never.
Like, that's stamped.
Any given Saturday.
All week we like, man, we about to blow them out. We gonna put 50 up on them. Like, yo, you about to get in the third quarter because we gonna be chilling. Man, that game went down to the wire.
Oof.
We ended up losing by like 4.
So the team you're supposed to be.
So the team we were supposed to be turned our whole season around. We went on a 5-game losing streak.
Ooh.
We played Mississippi College. They run wing T
Yeah.
like that. So wing T, I take personal because like we backtrack state championship game in high school. We played wing T, West Defford.
Yep.
So I haven't saw the wing T since. So like I'm like, yo, they think they about to run a wing T on us.
You know what you seen.
Man, I had like 13 tackles.
Uh-huh.
I was snapping, but we ended up losing. You feel me? It's all good. Following week, we played Valdosta State again. We in Valdosta though.
They stole the number 1 team in.
Still big dog. They won. They
were in and out of the Natty.
They
Like,
won
year
it.
in and
So
year
they won
out.
the Natty that year. That previous year.
Okay.
This year they got the Heisman quarterback back.
Okay.
Lost some defensive guys. They sent like 5 guys to the league too though.
Dang.
So, but they was reloaded. The whole receiver core was back. About that game. So look, we in Georgia. We at the hotel, pregame meal. They had meatballs.
It's already going downhill right now.
Check me out. I don't eat pork.
Right.
So I'm asking the lady, like, yo, is this pork? The one guy like, I don't know. So I'm like, they don't know. It's probably pork. I'm in Georgia. I'm down south. It's probably pork. I'm hungry as heck though. These meatballs look good.
You ain't about to eat the meatball.
So listen, bro. Listen.
Oh no.
I asked another lady, like, they pork? Nah, that's not pork. Those is beef meatballs.
She worked it.
So I'm like, bet. So I get the spaghetti meatballs. Boom, I start
chowing at you.
start tearing it up, bro. I started feeling a little funny. So I asked another lady, I'm like, yo, is this pork meatballs? She's like, nah, it might be a blend, a little bit of pork and beef. And I'm like,
Oh, they mashed it
Oh
together.
hell no.
so like my
They work
mind,
for Valdosta definitely.
bro, my mindset all different, right? So I go through pregame warm up. My stomach hurting, bro.
Bubbling.
I'm not even like, I don't got that pop. You know that pregame pop you got?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when you really locked, like you feeling good.
Yeah.
I didn't have that. And like at that point, we lost 2 games. We about to go in the gauntlet of our schedule. We got Valdosta, we got West Florida, that was just in the Natty.
Yep.
That's our rival. Then we got West Alabama.
All top D2 schools in the country.
So I'm like, yo. So at the warm up, I go in the bathroom in the locker room. I throw up.
Oh no.
So I'm feeling good, but it's humid. It's Georgia. I don't got no energy now. I don't got no food in me.
Yeah, it all just came out.
So first drive, I'm like empty. After the kickoff, I'm gassed up. I'm juiced up. After the kickoff, I'm drained. So also, I'm real superstitious. Did I pronounce that right?
Superstitious shit, you got it.
Superstitious. I had
Yeah.
I had the Jordan cleats on at the time.
You thought you was fly?
I thought I was fly. I had the Jordan bands, Jordan sleeve.
Ah!
every game I won previously, I wore the Jordan cleats, we lost.
You throw them away?
So look, I'm balling. So I got the Jordan cleats on. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give these Jones one more chance. Oh, I'm in the Jordan cleats. I'm not making no plays. I'm sluggish.
You went to the locker and took the Jones off?
I went to the locker room.
Had to.
Put my Adidas back on. I changed the gloves. I changed everything. Boom, I started eating. They gave me bananas. They trying to get my energy up. Came out second half. I caught a pick. Yeah. Gets the D2 Heisman.
He was hype.
Logan Wells, yeah.
Talk your
Threw the ball to him?
No, I ain't throw the ball to him.
Talk that talk.
We in a fire zone and a red zone. Really locked up on the outside. You feel me? There's nowhere to go.
Right.
I'm the overhang player. He tried to lick me off. Outside guy had a dig across the back of the end zone. He tried to throw it high at the back of the end zone. Boom, I jump up, picked it. I'm feeling good, even though we losing.
Yeah.
So that game, first half, they score on every possession first half.
Wow. Wow.
It started.
Bro, it was
like about to run this.
It was like 42. It was like 42-14, 42-21 going into halftime. Following week, we lost to West Florida. That was on ESPN.
Yup.
Lost that game.
I remember watching that.
So another moment, valuable moment. But I don't think I was wrong at this point. My teammates told me I wasn't wrong. So at this point, we standing at what, we 3-4?
Couple losses in a row.
Yeah, like 3-4, 3-5. 3-5.
Okay.
Yeah, 3-5. So boom. It's an early morning. So at Florida Tech, we practice in the morning at 6:30 in the morning.
Too hot to practice in the afternoon.
Yeah, and always the conditions. You might get some
Downpour,
yeah,
tornado,
crazy.
hurricane,
some crazy in
snowstorm.
Florida. The weather is
random,
down
bro.
out there.
So that Monday morning, or it was like a Tuesday morning, my coach was like picking on me, like messing with me. My DB coach.
Yeah.
The previous week he had stayed a little slick stuff.
And you just let it go over your
Yeah,
head.
like that Monday he said a little slick stuff in film and stuff like that. So then Tuesday he was just picking on me. And to be honest, I felt as though we was losing because of him, my DB coach. So I didn't mention Rick Minner. Did I talk about Rick Minner?
Yeah, Minner's the DC that he's the one that
Why
you
I
took
went
on
down
you.
there?
Yeah, that's the one that was a salt
so
pepper.
Rick left after that year. We lost in the playoffs.
Oh,
And we
so he
sent 4
new
guys.
DC.
So my DB coach and the linebacker coach got promoted as co-DC.
Co-DCs, okay.
So at this time, my DC was my DB coach. He was picking on me, and I'm just like, I kind of was getting fed up. And it's early in the morning. It's like 6:45. The sun not even up. So he says something to me. We was doing like a walkthrough or something. And he said I was like breaking like a little girl. Like, if you can get out. And I just flipped. Like, bro, you want me to get out? Okay, cool. Like, this is why nobody don't want to play for you now. Like, you sitting there trying to pick on me early in the morning. We going through a walkthrough. What you want me going? A blazing 100 miles per hour?
Right. Yeah.
It's 6:45 in the morning. Like, we losing. I said, bro, we losing because of you.
You said that to him?
I said that because of him.
In front of everybody.
In front of everybody. I said the camaraderie is because of you. Because I said nobody don't want to play for you.
Yeah.
And I say this because when you have players feel as though they don't want to play for you, they talking about your coach and like slick slide stuff in the locker room and stuff like that.
That's bad.
It's bad. You could tell where we was at as a team at that point.
Right.
Your team was more together because you were against the coach.
Absolutely. Like for us, everybody was returning. The whole back end was
Nothing
returning.
really should have changed.
Nothing changed. But we played better our junior year than we did our senior year
Because of the circumstances.
because of the circumstances. So I told you, like, bro, like I said, you got 5 guys that should be all conference guys, but we're not even playing at that level because of you. Like the stuff that you got us doing is because of you. We don't play good on game day because of you. In a sense.
Yeah.
Because we felt as though like everything we was doing was contradicting. We practice all these plays, we do all these coverages to run a certain amount of coverages in the game.
Yeah.
And like at this point, we all playing at a high, like we know high level football. If you on the field and you like, yo, why is he calling this?
Right.
Like it's just no point.
You have that football IQ at this point. You're
like,
how many
bro,
years
like,
in?
bro, what are you calling this for? This don't even make sense. So like at that point it was bad and I just told him. So at that point he was hot.
I bet.
He was quiet.
For his pride.
Bro, he was quiet the whole practice. And like we had like a love-hate relationship. That's still my guy. Shout out to Coach Vaughn. You feel me? Brian Vaughn, BV. So at this point, he was high. He was silent. So I come back. I was about to walk into practice. I was about to walk off the field. My boys came up like, nah, bro. Like everything you said was right, but just don't walk out on us. Like, I'm like, matter of fact, you right, bro. I put the helmet back on. I go to scout team.
Running routes?
No.
Like, scout. Oh, you went to go against the offense?
I'm making plays.
As a starter.
I'm making plays.
Like, why are you over here, bro?
Like,
why are you over here?
I'm disrupting everything, bro.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
So they had to move my boy. So my boy moved from boundary safety to field safety. And it was no subs. The next sub was a redshirt freshman.
Damn.
So we played West Alabama. And, like, he never kicked me off the ones. I just removed myself. Like, you told me to get out. All right, cool, bro. I don't got to play for you, bro.
Right.
Like, like at this point, it's like, it is what it is. So I'm hot. So I'm chilling. We play West Alabama. I'm not starting. Guess what cleats I wore?
The
Jordans. You had to give it another last chance.
Burnt them Johns.
Bro, I didn't mean to wear the Jordans, though. I thought I packed my other cleats in my bag.
You didn't even pack the other ones.
You didn't even have the other
I didn't have the other ones.
So you had to wear them.
So it's a home
something.
game. It's a home game, but, like, I'm not playing, so I'm like, people knew about my superstition.
Yeah.
Like, I used to talk to my boys about it. Like,
Yeah.
You wearing the J's, bro. You trying to make us lose?
They were blaming it on you.
Yeah, so, boom, I'm chilling. I'm only playing special teams. I'm not playing on defense. The defense balling.
Mm-hmm.
One of my boy Justin, he get hurt. So they all looking around. My DB coach up in the booth. My boy Evan, my young boy. No, he's a redshirt freshman, so he never played college football.
Okay.
He was just a freshman.
Yep.
Freshman. He all hype. I'm like, yeah, Ev, you about to go in, bro. This and that. Like, go do your thing, baby. They was like, yo, Malachi. They called me. I go in.
Oh.
He had to swallow his pride to put me in, bro.
Wow.
He did not want
After all that,
I know he was like, nah.
bro.
He knew he needed to put you in, but he really did not want to.
So I run off the field like, yo, it's lit. I'm back, man. All my boys like,
So like you was coming out of jail, yo.
Free Kai.
So boom, I go out there for like a couple plays. My boy just to get his thing back together. Boom, I come out. He could end up going in there. He finished the game. We lost 7-6. And the reason why we lost because my boy Justin, he was playing boundary safety. It was a call that he didn't make the right check. It was something like that. He didn't make the right check.
And we hit it where he was supposed
hit it
to be.
exactly where he was supposed to be. And like I kind of felt bad because like if the circumstance wasn't what it was, I would have been in and he wouldn't even been in that position.
And that check would have been made because you would have made that check.
Yeah, it was a simple check, but he normally would make the check on the back side of the formation because he was a boundary safety.
Right.
So he was playing field at the
Field
time.
safety.
So it contradicted and confused them. So
You think the Jordan cleats had anything to do with the 7-6 loss?
it probably definitely did.
Yeah,
it did because we wasn't even supposed to lose. So at this point, we 3-6.
Nothing's going right.
Nothing's going right. So at the end of the game, my DB coach comes in. He's like, "Listen, you might not believe in me, but I believe in you. I'm gonna start you next week. Just be ready to practice." He walks out.
Off season.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder during the off season.
Let's work.